Kepada teman-teman semua, jika berkenan, mohon untuk menghidupkan kameranya.
Baik, Bu.
Terima kasih. Kita akan mulai dalam waktu 3 menit lagi. Pankaj, we will start in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Morning, Pankaj. Shall we start? You are still mute.
Sorry. Shall we start?
Yes, sure.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Terima kasih for joining the session. My name is Pankaj Das and I am from Nepal. I have completed my master from Universitas Erlangga.
Jadi nama lengkap Pankaj Das, lulusan dari Universitas Erlangga, S2 di Erlangga. Materi kita hari ini adalah kompensasi, distribusi kompensasi.
Thank you, Shirley. Terima kasih, Shirley.
Sama-sama.
The session is about the compensation distribution, and it's all about the compensation, how the compensation is carried out in any company or any organization. So can I ask one question to everyone? Do you have any idea about the compensation distribution? Siapa itu compensation distribution? Anyone can share your views and idea.
I think that is about appreciation for the other people that work in the company.
Yeah, you are right. Can you explain a bit more?
Okay, I can explain in Indonesian. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Menurut saya kompensasi itu diberikan sebagai apresiasi dari perusahaan karena seorang karyawan, pekerja ataupun atasan itu bekerja lebih keras, memberikan tenaganya agar perusahaan itu menjadi lebih baik. Seperti itu.
Or can we say like the compensation when the employee perform any kind of job in any organization, in return they will get certain amount of incentive in the form of cash or either the award. Can we say?
Yeah.
Like whatever we perform any type of work in the organization, in return we will get the award, maybe in the form of cash, or maybe like the certificate, or maybe the incentive bonus, and so on.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to share your idea about the compensation?
Teman-teman yang lain ada yang ingin menambahkan? Tidak apa-apa jika tidak bisa menjelaskan dalam bahasa Inggris, bisa dijelaskan dalam bahasa Indonesia. Selain Desi, ada lagi teman-teman yang ingin mencoba menjelaskan? Yang punya pendapat lain? Tidak ada?
I'll show you the short video about the compensation and the benefits of the compensation.
Saya pemimpin sabar ya.
Di satunya Pak Suwandi.
Hah?
Pak Su ya.
Iya.
Ibu.
Iya.
Pankaj, there is no voice.
Hi. So, are you the new staff here?
Yes, I am.
What is your name?
My name is Faye. What? As yours?
I'm Tariq.
Nice to meet you.
During lunchtime,
May I ask you something?
Sure. What is it?
Do you know something about compensation and its benefit?
Yes. Why?
What is the benefits of a fair, effective, and appropriate system?
It may help attract and retain high-performance employees. In addition, it gives an impact on the strategic performance of the firm. Another, there are 4 types of compensation, which is best wage or salary, wage and salary add-ons, incentive payments, and skill-based pay.
What is the factors that influence compensation and benefits?
There are 9 types of level of compensation and benefits.
So, what it is?
There are size of company, company profitability, geographical location, management philosophy, labor or capital intensive, unionization, kind of business and job performed, and lastly is employees' tenure and performances. Do you understand?
Yes. Now I have know about compensation and benefits clearly. Thank you for your explanation.
Welcome! Glad to help you.
The end.
So have you got any idea about the compensation? Hello.
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 Have you got any idea about the compensation and the benefits from this video?
Ada yang sudah bisa mengcapture ide dari film animasi tadi?
So let's begin our session. Compensation distribution. So what is compensation? Compensation is the total amount of monetary and non-monetary pay provided to an employee in return for work as performed or required by the organization. So here is the two main words, monetary and the non-monetary. So what is monetary? Monetary items are the assets or the liabilities that have a fixed value, such as cash. Like when we work in the organization, we get the fixed salary, and that is in the form of cash. So we can say that salary as a monetary value. Whereas on the other hand, non-monetary. Non-monetary items cannot be converted to cash quickly, such as property, equipment, or inventory. It is in non-cash form. For example, I'll give you the example for the non-monetary items. In an organization, when we work or when an employee is working in the organization, employee might receive the award like the Employee of the Month, Best Salesman of the Month, or maybe the Best Salesman of the Year. One employee may receive annually. On the other hand, other employee may receive monthly, or maybe the 6th month. That depends on the organization, how they are giving the award to their employee, depending upon the situation. If we wait for a long time, that will demotivate the employee. Either compensation is a systematic approach for providing the monetary value to employees in exchange for work performed. Compensation may achieve several purposes, assisting in recruitment, job performance, and job satisfaction. Compensation is a key strategic area for organization. Compensation can retain employees and ensure the optimum level of performance from employees in meeting the organization strategic objective. To meet any objective of the organization, compensation plays a vital role for the overall improvement of the organization. Compensation is a vital part of human resource management which helps in encouraging the employee. Compensation can also encourage the employee and improve the organization effectiveness. So from here, we can understand that compensation is the sum of total cash plus total non-cash payments that we provide to the employee in return for the work, whatever they performed in our organization. And there is also the equal pay for the employee. Why there should be the equal pay? There should be the equal pay based on the skill, like such as if there are 6 employees in our organization and all the employees are working in different departments, but their skill, experience and knowledge is same, so we must distribute the same compensation to all the employees, This means that monetary value or the award has a value, not in the form of cash, but it is in the form of like the award that will help you in the future, that will make your resume more strong. Compensation is the part of organization's total reward system has been evolving relative to changing needs of the organization. Earlier, the compensation was only focused for the organization, only the award was focused on the organization. Like there are few steps we must understand about the compensation, how compensation is given in the organization, whether it is given to the employee or to the managerial level or to the organization as a whole. In the first step, greater emphasis is being placed on the employee performance and the contribution. Whatever the employee has performed their work based on their skill and experience, we must appreciate their contribution towards the organization. Next thing, employees offer the enhanced and the flexible benefit to meet the individual employee needs. Employee also perform the flexible benefits. They will work for your organization, and as a result, the standard of the organization will increase. Third thing is, greater emphasis is being placed on more immediate and intermittent rewards rather than waiting for the annual performance review. There are some organizations who wait for a year, like once a year, they award to their employee. But if we, instead of waiting for a long period, we can just give the award to the employee, maybe the weekly or the monthly or maybe on the daily basis. Next thing is organization rewards are becoming more directly linked to the organization mission. If there is award to the organization, then that is directly linked to the organization mission, organization goal, organization strategy. And the last is the compensation decision and the awards are becoming more individualized rather than applied equally across the board. So what are the main components of compensation? There are 3 main components of the compensation. They are base pay. Base pay is similar to the salary system. Whenever the employee receives the job letter or job offer from the organization, their salary is fixed, and that salary is the base pay of the salary system. Next thing is the incentive system. Incentive is something such as receiving the additional compensation based on the individual, divisional, and or organization-wide performance. Incentive system depends upon the organization. Some organization will provide incentive, maybe in the form of medical insurance, health insurance, travel allowance, rented car. Like some company will provide you the car facility, some company will provide you even the room rent or the apartment, and that everything will be borne by the organization. And the last component is the indirect compensation. Employees are provided certain benefits in the indirect compensation. So compensation is based on market research about the worth of similar jobs in the marketplace. Why market research is required? Suppose the company hires the few people for their organization, then companies should think how much salary should be given to those employee. So deciding the salary of the employee, the committee or the management must perform the research about their jobs, about their experience. Depending upon their experience and their skill, the company will decide how much salary should be given to the employee. So for that, market research is most important. Next, employee contribution and the accomplishment. Third, the ability of the employees with like skills in the marketplace. How the employee are using their skill and knowledge to work in your organization, whether they are performing in an effective way or not. The committee must check or review time and again so that they can know the performance of each and every employee. What are the uses of compensation? Compensation is a tool used by the management for a variety of purposes. For to the existence of the company, compensation may be adjusted according to the business needs, goals, and available resources. Compensation can be adjusted according to the needs of the business, according to the goals of the organization, according to the available resources. There are few uses of compensation I have mentioned here. The first is the recruit and retain the qualified employees, increase or maintain the moral satisfaction, reward and encourage the peak performance, modify through the negotiation, practices of union. Mostly in the government organization, there is the union, like the trade union. The main objective of trade union is to negotiate between the management and the employee, focusing on the wages of the employee. Nowadays, what is happening is the cost of living standard is increasing. So employee will raise the question to the committee, please raise our salary. As in the market, everything is growing, everything is expensive. If we will not raise our salary or the wage, it is difficult for us to survive. So there is the union on the union stands on the behalf of the employee who communicate, who take the information to the committee, what are the problems of the employee, and the union will negotiate bet between the employee and the management. The next slide is about the components of the compensation distribution. There are three main components: job description, job analysis, and job evaluation. And others may include the pay structure, salary system, pay structure, and the salary service. So what is job description? Anyone can have idea about the job description? What are the factors related to the job description? Siapa itu job description, job analysis, job evaluation?
Teman-teman,
Siapa?
ada yang punya opini tentang job description, job analysis, dan job evaluation? Nggak bisa bahasa Inggris juga tidak apa-apa, pakai bahasa Indonesia.
Because this is the most important component for the human resource manager. Maybe in the future, if you become the human resource manager, you have to decide. You have to know about the components of the compensation system. That is the job description, job analysis, and job evaluation. Anyone wants to share your idea? Just
Saya
try.
adalah dari 3MAP1. Menurut saya job description adalah tugas atau tanggung jawab yang akan diemban atau tugas tanggung jawab atau wewenang yang akan diemban dan dipegang pada sebuah perusahaan. Terima kasih.
Yeah. To some extent, you're right. Like the job description defines the writing, responsibility. What are the responsibility of the job? Requirement, function, duties, location, environment, condition, and other aspects of the job. These are all the factors of job description. Like describing about the job. Description may be developed for the job individually or for the entire job family. Next is the job analysis. After the job description, once the job description is done, the next step is job analysis, and the job analysis is the process of analyzing the job from which the job description are developed. In job analysis, there are three main techniques. First is the interview. When we carry out the interview, that is the part of the job analysis. Questionnaire session, observation, group discussion. These are all the parts of the job analysis. And the last part is the job evaluation. Job evaluation is a system for comparing the jobs for the purpose of determining the appropriate compensation levels for the individual. Main techniques include the ranking, classification, factor comparison, and the point method. Job evaluation determines to which position you are going to be recruited in the organization, whether you are getting the offer letter for the rank 1 or rank 2 or rank 3, or the classification may be on the like the managerial position or the administrative position or to the manpower or the labor position. So these are the parts of the compensation system. Next is the total compensation. Next is the types of compensation system. There are mainly two types of compensation system. One is the direct compensation and next is the indirect compensation. Direct compensation includes the wage, salary, incentive, commission, piece rate, bonuses, whereas on the other hand, indirect compensation includes the vacation, pay for the time not work. When you are not working in the organization, but still you get the compensation from the organization, and that's the like the holiday leave, vacation, break, sick leave, insurance plan. Insurance plan includes the medical, dental, life, security. Plan includes the pension, social security, disability insurance. And the last is the employee services like the educational assistant, recreational program, food services. Most of the multinational company anywhere in the world will provide you with the like facilities like the apartment. Some of the multinational company will also provide you the facility of apartment. You do not have to pay anything for the apartment. Everything will be borne by the company. Some company will provide you with the car facility. Like whenever you want to travel for the for any work, then company will provide you the vehicle so that you can use that vehicle for the purpose of the company, and you can have a meeting anywhere. And that was all about the compensation, how the compensation is used in the organization, how the compensation is carried out, and what are the types of compensation. So our next topic is the objectives of compensation. Compensation administration. The goal of the compensation or the objective of compensation are to attract the people to work for your organization and to retain the people who are already working in the organization. Compensation is also used to motivate the employees to work at their peak performance and improve the morale. For example, whenever a person gets employed in the organization, then the management or the committee must provide the compensation to each employee. Compensation should be paid to the each employee on the basis of the skill, knowledge, performance, and training. Compensation should be in the form of package. Why I am using the term package? Whenever you get the offer letter from the company, then the company or the management will inform you that you will get the package of $1,000, $1,000 per year. Like in 1 year, you will receive $1,000, and that is the package. If you want to join our company, you are welcome. Or if you do not want to join our company, you can search in other company. So compensation should be in the form of package, and that will provide you the information about how much salary you are going to receive from the organization. The next thing is that compensation motivates the employee towards the increasing productivity. Compensation should be capable of taking care of the employees for safety and the security need. Whenever you are working in the organization, company must be responsible for taking care of your security, for taking care of your security, safety, health, medical. If anything happens in the organization, maybe the certain accident in the organization within the office premises, then the company must be responsible for taking care of everything to all the employee. And compensation should be flexible and clear. And these are also the few objectives like attract and recruit the talent, motivate the employee, maintain the morale, adhere to the government regulation and company compensation philosophy, reflect the current job market. Employees who are fairly compensated tend to provide the better customer service, which can result in the organization growth and development. Whenever we are providing the equal compensation to all the employees based on their skill, education, experience, then the employee will work equally in the organization, which can result in organizational growth. The goal of the compensation are to attract the people to work for your organization and to recruit people who are already working in the organization. Compensation is also used to motivate the employee to work at their peak performance and improve the morale. Why there is double sound, sadly? Sometimes the sound is coming twice. Is there any problem?
No, here is so clear and there is no problem here. Teman-teman bisa mendengar suara Mr. Pankaj dengan jelas?
Yes.
Yes,
Bu.
yes.
Perfect sound audible to everyone.
Apakah
Bu.
suaranya bergelombang?
Jelas,
No.
Bu.
Jelas, Bu. Tidak, Bu.
Jelas, Bu.
No, there is no problem here.
Is the presentation so fast, or I need to make the presentation slow, little bit slow?
Teman-teman, apakah presentasinya terlalu cepat?
Yes, Miss.
Ya, Miss.
Okay.
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
They said it's a bit too fast.
Or too fast? Have you understand till now? Whatever I explained earlier, have you understand or not?
Sejauh ini, apakah kalian paham? Kurang paham?
Little, Miss.
Kurang paham, Miss.
Kurang.
Bisa, saya mau lihat wajah-wajahnya, boleh buka kameranya, jadi saya tahu siapa yang berbicara.
Which part you haven't understand? Can you ask me right now?
Iya, jika kalian ada yang kurang paham di setiap slide-nya, tidak apa-apa untuk interupsi, beritahu kami slide yang mana yang teman-teman kurang paham.
Because the first slide was all about the compensation. What are the types of compensation? And the next slide is about the compensation distribution. So you can ask me if there is any problem here in any slide which you haven't understand.
Di slide yang mana teman-teman yang kurang paham? Slide yang pertama tadi? Oke.
Kompensasi.
Bagaimana?
Which one? This one?
Kompensasi.
Yang distribusi kompensasi, compensation distribution.
Job description, job analysis, and evaluation. I still don't get it.
Oh, job evaluation and the job analysis.
The previous slide, yeah, about
this
the compensation distribution.
Three of them.
Oh,
sorry, Desi.
This one?
Yeah.
Can you repeat?
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for your suggestion. Thank you everyone. These are the components of compensation system. There are three main components which we have to understand. What is the job description, job analysis, and job evaluation? So the first part or the first component is the job description. Job description determines the responsibility. What are the responsibility of the particular job? For example, if you get the position of marketing officer, so what are your responsibility? What are your duties? For marketing officer, what kind of qualification is required? And that is all about the job description. Job description also determines the climate, location, which location you are going to work. Like it defines in writing the responsibility, duty, function, location, environment, and condition. So job description is all about the description of the particular job. For example, if you are working in any organization in the managerial position, so for the managerial position, what are the qualities required? What is the duty of the managerial position? You have to understand the protocol or the rules of the company. And the next part is the job analysis. How can do the job analysis? The first part is the questionnaire. Job analysis, there are three main techniques of the job analysis. First is the questionnaire, second is the interview, and third is the observation. Like when you sit for the interview, and the management or the committee will ask you the certain questionnaire to you. Whether you are responding to the question or not, the committee will decide whether to recruit this employee or not. That depends on the interviewer. And the last part is the job evaluation. After the job description, job analysis, the last part is job evaluation. Job evaluation determines which position you are going to recruit in the particular company. Like there is the rank 1, like the from high level to the low level, whether you are recruiting in the managerial position or the department head. Like in the university, we have like the category, like the in the like faculty of economics, we have the dean. After that, the wakil dekan 1, wakil dekan 2, wakil dekan 3. These are all the ranks of the job. And after comes the lecturer. Lecturer is the last part. Lecturer, and is the above the lecturer is the dean, and above the dean is the like the main dean, HOD. Is it clear about the compensation? Jealous atau tidak jealous?
Jelas, Pak.
Everyone?
Yang lain apakah sudah jelas? Jika masih ada yang kurang jelas, tidak apa-apa, ditanyakan saja.
Suppose you are giving the exam for the S1. Some students have ranked the high position, some students have ranked the second position, third position. That is all about the job evaluation. Job evaluation will determine which position you got or you received. Job analysis, when you sit for the interview, when you are discussing in the group, these are all about the job analysis. And job description determines the roles, responsibility, duty, location, and others may include the pay structure, how much salary you are going to give to your employees. Jealous about is a jealous? Do I need to repeat again?
Sudah jelas mengenai kompensasi distribusi?
Sudah.
Sudah. Jadi kita bisa pindah slide.
So shall we go for the next slide?
Halo?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Apakah kita bisa pindah slide?
Iya, bisa.
Iya, Miss.
Ya bisa.
Bisa. Terima kasih.
How about this part?
Kalau yang ini kalian paham mengenai sistem kompensasi, tipe-tipe sistem kompensasi, ada yang direct, ada yang indirect.
Like the direct compensation includes the salary system, incentives, whereas on the other hand, indirect compensation includes the insurance plan, security plan, employee services.
Apakah ada pertanyaan untuk yang slide ini?
Tidak, Miss.
Oke.
Miss.
Oke, thank you Desi. Rika Wulansari, ada pertanyaan untuk slide ini?
About the compensation system, types of?
Ada pertanyaan?
Enggak, Bu.
No.
Oke, baik. Terima kasih.
Thank you. Terima kasih semuanya. So
Sama.
let's go for the next slide. How are the objectives of compensation administration or the compensation system? Anyone wants to share about the objectives of compensation? Wants to try?
Ada yang tahu tentang objektif dari administrasi kompensasi? Ada yang punya ide? Atau pendapat lain? Sela Rosandi, ada punya pendapat lain?
Anyone who wants to share about the how to motivate the employees in the organization? How you can motivate the employees in the organization? Or
Apakah
maybe
pertanyaannya susah?
how you can motivate the other student in your classroom. Suppose someone is demotivated. So what step will you take to motivate them?
Desi, you wanna try? Desi Gayatri, kalau misalnya di kelas ada temannya yang kurang motivasi, jadi bagaimana cara kamu memotivasi teman kamu, teman sekelas kamu?
Maybe give them the best environment.
Like what?
Yeah.
What kind of environment? Can you explain me? Like, what kind of environment will you provide?
Give them bonuses.
Bonuses, okay.
For me, when my friend doesn't have any motivation, I will give them like candies, chocolate, or
Wow,
with them. Yeah.
Yeah, we can also suggest them in the classroom like
I can give.
Let's have a creative competition, creative activities in the classroom. Is it applicable? Is it applicable in the classroom? Like if somebody is demotivated in the classroom, we can say to our friend, hey, let's have a creative activity. Let's have a game, challenging game in the classroom. Divide the group, maybe in the group of 3 or 4. Let's divide the group and let's have a competition and see who is the winner. Can you read this one? Is it applicable?
Bagaimana menurut Desi?
That's applicable, but how can we make good friends get motivated if they don't want to? Jika mereka nggak ingin ikut kompetisi, want to, in a competition sometimes.
That's our question. Jadi bagaimana attract mereka supaya mereka mau, mereka termotivasi di dalam kelas untuk lebih aktif,
memberi yang mereka mau.
Bagaimana
More point. Kalau misalnya di kelas tambahan nilai.
Tambahan nilai.
Ya.
Jadi setiap ada mahasiswa yang bisa jawab pertanyaan ditambah nilai oleh dosen. Oke.
Biasanya sering dilakukan oleh dosen-dosen di kelas seperti itu.
Ya, jadi ada kompetensi. Siapa yang bisa jawab, maka dia akan dapat nilai tambah dari dosennya. Seperti itu?
Iya.
For example, we can talk to one another about our daily activity. Whatever activity we are performing on a daily basis, we can talk to one another. Next step is we can make our movement more in the organization or in the classroom. Third is by giving the creative assignment, which is a little bit more creative. Something like the different. Or somebody can raise the hand and just say high five. Let's have a conversation, or maybe a speech. Or on the other hand, we can also do one activity like decorating the classroom. Many people like decorating the classroom or the organization by putting some of the decoration items, which will make the organization more attractive. In this way, we can also motivate the people or the students in the classroom. Sometimes we can even also go for like the party in a group. We can go for we can go for a short tour. So our next slide is all about the challenges in the compensation policy. What are the challenges in the compensation policy? Having compensation problems may face many challenges, some of which can make or break an organization. Attracting and retaining the top talent is the critical to our organization's success, but is sometimes restrained by the budget. In the organization, every organization has limited budget, and within that budget, they have to give the compensation to each and every employee. The problem may arises to the high skilled people. If you have high skilled employee in the organization, we have to give more, or we have to give a high compensation to the high skill, and for the low skill people we have to give the low compensation, and that will create misunderstanding between the low skill and the high skill people. So that is the problem in the organization, that is restrained by the budget. Many managers have difficulty talking about the pay decision, and any unperceived fairness can impact the performance and the retention. In the organization or in the company, there are three people working in three departments. Some people is ranking in the top position, some people is ranking in the low position, but the committee is giving the equal payment to all the employees, and that will hamper the organization because the people working in the top position must get the high salary rather than the people working in the low position. If you are providing the equal compensation to all people, then there will be the misunderstanding between the high skill people and the low skill people. High skill people will think that why the low skill people is getting the same salary as I am getting. So they will again raise the question to the management, why I am not getting the bigger salary than the low skill people. So that is the problem of the managers, like talking about the pay decisions. Having right tools make it possible to move beyond the transaction to create the compensation programs that both motivate your workforce and reduce your risk. A fundamental idea behind a successful compensation plan is that what motivates one employee may not engage other. Right now, I have just talked about the motivating about the employee. Suppose if we are giving motivational speech to a group, some people will understand, but some people will not understand. Some people will be motivated with the same speech, but on the other hand, some people will not be motivated by the same speech. So giving the motivational speech to all people is not the same. They will not receive the same information about the motivational speech. So sometimes it can impact the performance and retention. Many managers talking about the pay decision I have already mentioned, and the communications should include the entire compensation package. Whenever we are communicating with the employee, that communication should include the entire package. How much salary, how much incentive you are going to give to your employee. What are the benefits? And you must explain about the non-monetary rewards. Employee need to see how much the organization value them. Sometimes the employee will also feel whether the organization is taking care of their employee or not. So the management or the organization must be responsible for handling each and every activity or the security plans of each employee. These are the few challenges in the compensation policy. First is the high turnover because of no recognition. Second is the employee recognition. Third is the effects of top leadership on morale. How to motivate unmotivated people. HR recruitment issues. Purpose of incentive plans. High turnover because of no recognition. A small company or a small sized organization, company can have this problem, high turnover, because high turnover in a small business can occur for a number of reasons. High turnover occurs in a small organization because of number of reasons, and they are below average salary, excessive workload, poor benefits are just the few factors that play a role in the employee turnover. Like in some of the small organization, the manager gives the order to their employee, you must have to work more than the working hour to accomplish or to meet the organization objective. So employees are forced to work to meet the needs of the organization, but in return they are getting nothing. Still there is a high turnover, but there is no recognition of the employee. Employees simply want to be appreciated for their contribution. Whatever the work they are performing in the organization, employees simply want their appreciation. Appreciation in the sense that the company must praise their contribution, whatever they are working. The company should give the incentive, the company should give the compensation for their overwork.
Matiin kamera. Ini orang luar yang ngomong toh, pantasan main bahasa Inggris itu.
Anyone who wants to ask the question?
Teman-teman ada pertanyaan untuk yang slide ini?
I just heard the sound right now.
Yeah, but now it's okay.
The next factor is the employee challenges. Employee challenges, the small business owners are under the mistaken belief that if they tell their employees they are doing a good job. In the small business, if the management or the committee will inform to the employees that you are doing a good job, then the employee will think that we must ask or we must request the owner for raising our salary or raising our incentives. What usually happens is that employee feels unappreciated and eventually leaves to work for an employer who acknowledges his contribution. If your employee is working and you are not appreciating him or her, then that employee will leave your organization and will search or will go for the other organization. And this cycle will continue unless you appreciate your employee. The small business owner is then faced with the time and the cost associated with the hiring. Whenever your employee will leave your company, then you have to perform the recruitment process. You have to give the training to the new employee. And that is totally the wastage of time, wastage of money. You have to invest the money by giving the training and development program, by managing the duties of the particular person. We leave the organization even simply, or in the simple way, we can just give the award employee of the month, or just we can say after the meeting is over, we can just say thank you. If you have make mistake, the management must say sorry to the employee. In that way, we can also motivate the employee. The next is the effect of top leadership on morale and how to motivate the unmotivated people. We have just discussed right now. Or do I need to actually explain again? How to motivate the unmotivated people. Bagaimana itu motivasi untuk unmotivasi orang?
Oke, jadi pertanyaannya adalah bagaimana memotivasi yang orang tidak memiliki motivasi seperti itu. Ada yang bisa mencoba menjelaskan? Saya rasa ini slide ini quite challenging. Apakah perlu dijelaskan per barisnya seperti apa itu high turnover because no recognition, employee recognition? Apakah perlu diulang?
Sepertinya perlu, Bu.
Oke, baik. Halo Pankaj.
Iya.
We need to repeat about this slide.
Oh, this slide.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to try about the challenges in the compensation policy?
Ada yang ingin mencoba menjelaskan dengan bahasa kalian sendiri?
Either
Dari
you can try with the
apa yang
bahasa,
kalian pahami?
atau English atau bahasa.
Boleh bahasa atau Inggris? Ada yang ingin mencoba?
Coba aja.
Desi ingin mencoba?
We so active, Desi. We are so active in our classroom.
Ya.
So
Desi
active.
ingin mencoba?
Susah menjelaskannya, Bu.
Tidak apa-apa.
Want to try?
Menurut Desi bagaimana? Mungkin teman-teman yang lain punya pendapat lain, nanti selain Desi sangat boleh disampaikan.
Kalau menurut saya, jadi setiap pemberian kompensasi kan itu pasti ada kesulitan. Kesulitannya tuh apakah kompensasi ini tuh diberikan secara adil antara karyawan satu dan yang lainnya? Karena untuk kita bisa tahu apakah mereka mengerjakan dengan baik itu juga sangat susah gitu, Bu. Jadi terkadang kalau misalnya untuk di dalam satu kelompok kerja antara si A dan si B mendapatkan kompensasi yang berbeda, itu membuat yang lainnya itu juga demotivasi gitu, Bu. Terus
akhirnya karena top level manajemennya memiliki kesusahan dalam memberikan penilaian, maka berdampak menjadi teman-teman yang lain tidak termotivasi karena adanya perbedaan pemberian kompensasi. Seperti itu maksudnya?
Iya. Itu salah satu.
Pankaj, you got the point?
Iya. Any other student want to try?
Ada lagi yang ingin mencoba? Tadi sudah kita tangkap maksudnya dari yang disampaikan Desi.
Hanya coba aja whether it is like the mistake, whether benar atau salah. Tidak apa-apa.
Tidak apa-apa. Saya ingin mendengar pendapat dari Sela Rosandi. Kalau menurut Sela bagaimana?
Let's make
Masih
our class
mute?
more interactive. Unless you make our class interactive, nothing can.
Iya, Sela, silakan.
Benar, Ibu.
Oke.
Okay, I will explain again what are the challenges in the compensation policy. The first point is the high turnover.
Sedikit susah menjelaskannya.
Oh, Sila, okay.
Oke, bagaimana Sela? Tidak apa-apa dengan bahasa Sela sendiri. Nanti kita, kalau misalnya kurang pas, nanti kita bisa, how to say? Nanti Mr. Pankaj akan menambahkan. Jadi bagaimana menurut Sela? Tidak apa-apa pakai bahasa Indonesia saja. Poinnya saja, kira-kira apa?
Misalnya dalam suatu pekerja itu kan dikasih kayak suatu penghargaan gitu ya, Bu. Tapi penghargaan itu adil nggak sih bagi karyawan itu sama karyawan yang lain gitu, Bu?
Oke, jadi maksudnya, koreksi jika saya salah, maksudnya adalah saat kita memberikan kompensasi, kita harus fair, apa bahasa Indonesianya? Harus adil dalam memberikan kompensasi, apakah kompensasi yang kita berikan tersebut adil terhadap karyawan yang satu dengan karyawan yang lain. Begitu maksudnya? Sela?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's hard for the for the manager because we want to make sure that the compensation that we give to the employee is equal to from the one employee to another employee. So you want to explain like that?
So I'll explain again what are the challenges in the compensation.
I think, yeah. Jadi Pankaj akan menjelaskan kembali. Diperhatikan dengan baik.
So the first point is compensation problems may face many challenges, some of which can make or break the organization. As some of you have already explained about how it can make or break the organization. If we are not giving the equal compensation to the employee based on their skill, experience, expertise, knowledge, then that employee will leave your organization. Whenever the highly skilled people will leave the organization, then that will break your organization. Why? Because that organization has to perform the recruitment process, has to hire the highly skilled people, and so on. So if there is no high skilled people in the organization, then that organization reputation will become low. And if you are giving the equal compensation to all the employees depending upon their skill, knowledge, then such employee will make the organization, will raise the standard of the organization to the top position. The second challenge is attracting and retaining the top talent. For a small organization, for a small business, it is difficult to recruit the top talent because we have to also see the economy of the company, whether that company is capable of recruiting or hiring the top talent or not. Only the company having the high economy can attract the top talent for their organization. And that's why it is also difficult for the organization to attract and retain the top talent. And the many managers have difficulty talking about the pay decisions. So while hiring or recruiting the top talent, it is difficult for the manager to decide how much pay should be given to all the employee, to each employee. And if we do unfairness, then that will impact the performance and retention of the organization. Like there are few challenges. The first one is the high turnover because of no recognition. High turnover happens in the small organization. High turnover, the factors include the overworking period, below average salary, poor benefits. Then the employee will think that we can just leave that organization because we are not getting paid for whatever we are working in the organization. Suppose if we suppose the working hour is 8 hours a day, and that is also the law in the world. We must work 8 hours a day. But if the employee is working 10 hours a day, it means that he or she is working for 2 additional hours. Then that organization must pay the compensation for the 2 hour. Maybe the management or the committee can provide the additional incentive, additional benefit for the employee who is working for more hours, or simply the employee wants to be appreciated by their organization. Whatever work they are performing in the organization, they simply want their contribution and they simply want to be appreciated. And the next one is the employee recognition. Some of the small business owner thinks that if they will inform to the employee that they are doing the good job, then the employee will also think that their salary should be increased. They must ask for increment in the salary. What usually happens is that employee feels unappreciated and eventually leaves to work for an employer who acknowledges his contribution. If the company is not providing the certain incentive for the employee, then that employee will leave your organization. Why they will leave your organization? Because they are not being appreciated for their contribution. So the management or the committee again has to perform or has to open the job vacancy to the new people, and they have to provide the training and development program to the new people. They have to invest the time, money, and so on, and that is totally the wastage. That is the extra cost of the company. The small business owner is then faced with the time and the cost associated with hiring and training a new employee who must be likely to leave the company just because of lack of recognition. Or in the other way, on the other hand, we can also praise the employee by giving the award. Best employee of the month, best salesman of the month, best talented in the organization. Or after the meeting is over, we can just say thank you. Or if somebody has made the mistake, we can just say sorry. Nothing happens to the anyone. If we say, suppose if I have made the mistake, I can just say sorry. Or if I have done something better, then I can say thank you to the employee. So if the conversation is polite, then that will also motivate the people. That will also motivate them to work in that organization, and they will think that our work is being appreciated by our committee. Apart from that, the next topic is the compensation fairness. What is compensation fairness? The topic is itself clear from the compensation fairness, that there should be the fairness of compensation among the employees. Compensation fairness is when the employee feel that their pay accurately reflects the quality of their work. The perception of a fair compensation package likely depends on a number of factors, including the skill and responsibilities. Depending upon the skill, responsibility, education, qualification, the committee should provide the compensation according to that. The time and effort put in, as well as how the pay and the benefits compare to what other receives for the similar work. Importantly, compensation fairness doesn't necessarily mean employees will be paid equally, but it does require any differences in the compensation to reflect the real differences in employees' skill, responsibility, and or effort at the work. So there should be the fairness in compensation. Compensation should be paid to the each employee based on their skill. How we are distributing the compensation? So we must decide whether we are distributing the compensation based on the skill, based on the knowledge, based on the responsibility, or based on the work performance. If somebody is performing the work progressively and that is increasing the standard of the organization, then we have to pay the compensation to that the employee. We can raise their incentive, we can give the award to the particular employee. The next is the compensation. After the compensation fairness, the other topic comes the compensation satisfaction. Why there should be the satisfaction? Because unless you satisfy your employee, you alone cannot do anything in the organization. Compensation satisfaction reflects your perception of two critical aspects of the compensation. The first thing is that you are satisfied with your pay. Whether your employee is satisfied with your pay or not, we have to decide. Second thing, whether the company is taking care by providing you the certain benefits, additional benefits such as health insurance, retirement saving plan, and the bonuses. So compensation satisfaction depends on both employee and the management. In employee, whether the employee is satisfied with your salary or not. And the next factor is that whether the company is responsible for taking care of the employee or not by providing certain benefits, additional benefits such as the retirement plan, education to their entire family, health benefit, security, and so on. For example, if you are a manager looking for ways to ensure your team feels satisfied for whatever you are paying to the employee, below employee. So you have to understand whether your employer satisfied with satisfied with your pay scale or not. Below there are some few recommendations. First, you can check with the HR department, like how HR department is providing the training and education to the employee. So the first step is you can educate yourself on options for the financial support and wellness program that you and your team will be missing on. Acknowledge the employee for doing a good job. If the employee is performing the good job, you can acknowledge them. You can raise their standard, you can raise their incentive, and let them know which task is specifically linked to their progression. While determining the salary of each and individual employee, we have to know their experience, their knowledge, their skill, their working performance in the organization. So the next slide is all about the job evaluation. How the job evaluation is done in the organization. Job evaluation is the process of analyzing and assessing the various jobs systematically to ascertain their relative worth in an organization. Job evaluation is the process of analyzing and assessing the job. How you are evaluating the individual job for each employee. Job evaluation is also an assessment of the relative worth of various jobs on the basis of consistent set of job and personal factors, such as qualification and the skills required. So qualification, skill, education, and experience is the most important factor for determining the job evaluation. The objective of job evaluation is to determine which jobs should get more pay than others. Several methods such as job ranking, job grading, factor comparison are employed in the job evaluation. Researchers indicate, however, that each method is nearly accurate and reliable as the other in the ranking and the pricing different jobs. Job evaluation forms the basis of wages and the salary negotiation. How you can evaluate the job evaluation process? The first step is determining the single determining the single versus the multiple job evaluation technique. Second, choosing a job evaluation committee, training the employees to conduct the job evaluation, documenting the job evaluation plan, communicating with each employee. So while explaining the types of job evaluation method that will make you more understandable. There are mainly two types of job evaluation method. The first is the non-analytical, which is also known as qualitative method, and the second one is the analytical method, which is also known as quantitative method. In qualitative method, it is again there are again two types or two methods, ranking method and job grading method, whereas the analytical method includes the factor comparison and the point ranking methods. In ranking method, we have to do the rank of the job, whether the job is of rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. All the jobs are evaluated and ranked in order based on the importance and how tough it is. In ranking method, we do not analyze the number or numerical data in this method. A committee of several executives are constituted. A committee of several executives are formed, which analyze the data collected from the job analysis and then rank the job based on the ranking. So ranking is provided by a committee, and the committee is formed based on the experience, knowledge, skill, and their working performance in the organization. So how ranking of the job is done? First step, there are 4 steps in the ranking method, how it works. The first step is the data collection from the job analysis. As I have already explained about the job analysis includes the job description and the job specification. Whereas the job description determines the roles and the responsibility, whereas the job specification determines the knowledge about the skill. So once the job analysis is done, we have to collect all the data from that. Once the data is collected, the next step is the selection of the raters. So we have to form a committee who is going to give the rank of the job. And the raters or the committee is formed based on their experience, knowledge, working experience. Once the raters are selected, then we have to do the ranking of the job. Whether the job is of rank 1, rank 2. And after the ranking is done, the last step is we have to decide the pay structure. How much salary we are going to give for the rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. And what is the difference? What is the salary difference between the rank 1 and rank 2? Suppose the rank 1 is in the high position, rank 2 is in the second position, similarly and so on. So rank 1 will receive the higher salary package than the rank 2 and rank 3. So in the ranking method, we have to evaluate the each and every job and rank the job according to the skill, technical, that for the particular job or for the particular rank, how much skill is required, how much strength is required in that rank. The next method or the next part of the qualitative method is the job grading system. In job grading system, with the help of job analysis, as job analysis includes the two parts, job description and the job specification. Information about the different job is collected and they are put under the different graded as per their nature, importance, responsibility, and other requirement. Similarly, in the ranking method, how we have ranked the job, in the same way, we have to do the grading of the job. But this is somehow different. The grading depends on the factors like the skill. We have to do the grading based on the skill, on skill, administrative, clerical, managerial. For each grade or class, there is different ratage of wage, and there is a scale involved in it as compared to the ranking method. There was no scale used in the ranking method. But in this method, we use the scale. A scale is skilled, unskilled, administrative, clerical, managerial. So how job grading or the job grading works? So in the same way, we have to do also the grading of the job, like or such as grade A, grade B, grade C. And for each grade, we have to provide the different wages or salary to the different graded. And the salary is also different for the different grade. So first we have to prepare the grade description. Grade description means that how many grades will be there, how many grades will be there in the organization, what are they, what is skill, whether they are classified on the basis of skill, unskilled, clerical, or management. So first we have to prepare the grade description and how many grade we are going to put in the organization. Second step is the selection of the grades. Once the grades are prepared, we select the grade. For example, out of 10 grade, we just select the 4 grade and we classified all the job into the 4 grade. After the graded are selected, the third step is the grading of the job. Like the grade for grade A, the position is the software developer, and the software developer is the highly skilled. So we classify the software developer as the skilled manpower. And if there is the labor or the labor, so we can put the labor in the unskilled grade. And the last step is the putting the job in the relevant grades, and we define and we decide the salary for the each grade. So this was all about the job grading system. The next is the point system. Point system is the quantitative method. We analyze the numerical data or number in this method. Point system is the most widely used technique of job evaluation. It is a quantitative method and analytical. We use number system which provides the clarity and transparency in the job. It involves the quantitative and the analytical approach for the measurement of the job value. A number of important factors to be considered in each job are identified. The degree of each factor is also determined for assigning the points. So how point system is evaluated in the organization? So the first step is list down all the jobs. In an organization, we have to list down all the jobs from the low position to the top position, whether it is the managerial position or the department or the below position. So we have to list all the jobs of the organization. After that, we have to put the number of factors. How many factors are there? Factors may include education, and for this point system, I will explain you by showing the diagram, and that will make you more clear. And third step is determining the degree. Fourth is the allocation of the points to the degree, and the last is the designing the ways. Factor comparison method. So the last method is the factor comparison method. Factor comparison method was developed by the E.J. Benji in 1926, which is the combination of job ranking and the point system of job evaluation. In this method, 5 factors are generally evaluated for each job. That is the mental efforts, skill effort, responsibility, working condition. So while evaluating this, in this method, we have to classify the job according to the mental efforts, skill, physical effort, responsibility, and the working condition. And these are the merits and demerits of the ranking method, job grading system, factor method, and the point system. So all the methods has certain merits and demerits. So let's have a look in this table.
The best.
In the ranking method, it is an easy process. The method is economical, time required is quite less, demerit is always subjective, and high chances of human error. Why there is high chances of human error and subjective? Because the ranking is done by a committee, and sometimes the committee will make a mistake by providing the default rank to the wrong people or wrong people. The rank is not divided or rank is not classified according to their skill. So there is the high chances of human error, because we are not using any kind of number or we are not analyzing the numerical data in this method. So there is the chances of error. Jobs are only ranked, so exact differences between the different job is not determined. How we are ranking the job, rank 1, rank 2, there is no specific factor, there is no scale used in this method. So there is, so the exact differences between the different job is not determined. The next method, job grading system, it is easy for the workers to understand and the standards used in the classification. It does not require any technical background. It is easy to determine and implement the pay scale for the various graded or classes, because in the job grading system, we are using the scale. That's why it is easy to determine and implement the pay scale and successfully used in the government departments. On the other hand, high chances of human error, possibility for the wrong classification of the job. With increase in number of jobs, the system becomes difficult to implement. The system is not suitable for the large organization which has rigid structure. Excuse me. Hello, Shirley.
Yes, I'm here.
I just want the 5-minute break. Yeah, I'm going to the washroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sambil menunggu Pankaj join lagi, apakah ada pertanyaan? Dari tadi kita sudah bahas job evaluation, terus juga kita tentang kenapa perlu adanya compensation fairness. Sure. Teman-teman ada pertanyaan? Ada yang bingung? Dari materi dari yang slide tentang job evaluation method? Apakah ada mahasiswanya di sini? Halo?
Ada.
Ada, Bu.
Ada, Bu.
Ada, Bu.
Ada, Bu.
Ada, Bu.
Boleh lihat wajah-wajahnya nggak sih?
Boleh, Bu.
Oke. Dihidupkan dong kameranya.
Diam,
Kalau gini kan kita semangat.
Shirley,
Wajah-wajah. Yes, Miss?
Shirley, yeah. May I give a suggestions? If it is possible, allow the students to ask Mr. To use our bahasa Indonesia. And
Yeah,
you can,
sure, Miss.
Yeah, because it's hard for the students to catch the English idea. Yeah, because my subject also this week is talking about compensation. Jadi nak semuanya bisa yang penting bertanya pakai bahasa Inggris lebih bagus, tapi bahasa Indonesia juga oke ya, karena Bapak ini juga bisa bahasa Indonesia ya.
Iya,
Jadi
betul.
jangan kendala karena bahasa kalian takut untuk bertanya. Ini kesempatan baik ya, menambah wawasan kalian, kan sesuai topik kita minggu ini tentang kompensasi, oke? Ya, itu saja Mbak Sally, makasih.
Terima kasih Ibu, betul sekali. Jadi teman-teman tidak usah takut untuk bertanya dalam bahasa Indonesia, karena beliau Pak Pankaj atau Mr. Pankaj, beliau bisa bahasa Indonesia kok. Nanti kalau misalkan beliau ada bahasa Indonesianya yang beliau tidak paham, nanti kami bisa bantu translate.
Ya, oke, good idea.
Thank you. Dan tolong dihidupkan kameranya.
Ya,
kalau
dibuka
untuk
kameranya semuanya, Nak.
Nanti untuk absensi akan saya bagikan di sesi akhir. Nanti ada sesi tanya jawab. Teman-teman feel free untuk menanyakan apa saja terkait dengan materi yang kita bahas hari ini. Jadi nanti pas UAS, kalian tidak bingung.
Ya, ini perlu mahasiswa tahu ini topiknya lengkap ya, Nak ya, materinya lengkap ya. Lebih lengkap dari yang ada di PPT yang Ibu share ke kalian. Ini berikut definisinya, penjelasannya ya. Jadi tolong dipelajari lagi. Mungkin nanti ada beberapa materi yang untuk UASnya diambil dari sini tentang subchapter kompensasi ya. Oke.
Terima kasih Ibu.
Sama-sama.
Teman-teman ada yang kurang paham tidak mengenai metode ranking dalam evaluasi job? Atau tentang job grading system, kenapa kita perlu adanya metode perankingan dan juga grading system dalam evaluasi kerja.
Hello everyone.
Hello Mr.
Welcome back.
Finally back. Sorry. Mohon maaf ya.
Tidak apa-apa. Akan dilanjutkan Pankaj.
Shall we begin our presentation?
Yes.
Okay, finally we are in the last part of the presentation. Oh my God, what is happening here? Point system and the factor comparison method, merits and demerits. For the point system, it gives a numerical basis for the wage differential. The scale once decided can be used for fairly a long period, can be easily evaluated in money as assigned according to the points. Being systematic and objective is more acceptable to the workers as well as management. On the other hand, the demerits of point system are high cost. It cannot be adopted by the medium or the small scale units. Time consuming task, the allotting of the marks to the various factors, and the soft factors is also a difficult job. And the last method, factor comparison method, the merits are: this system is systematic where every job factor is quantified. The relative value for each job is determined by comparison with some key job. The number of factors used being limited, it helps in avoiding the overlapping. However, the demerits of factor method are it is difficult to operate. The system is complex and cannot be easily understood by the non-supervisory staff or unskilled labor. This method is expensive and small units can't afford to use it. I'm going to show the one chart, one table of the point system, and that will make you more easy. So this is the example of the point rating method, how the point is done for the each job. So there are few factors. There are four factors: skill, effort, responsibility, job, condition. First degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree, and the fifth degree. The degree is evaluated from low to the high. First degree is for the low position and the fifth degree for the high position. For example, if we are hiring the manager for the corporate office, so the education should be high, and that comes under the fifth degree, that is the 70. Point is 70. And experience, they must have the 5-year or the 10-year experience, so you will get the point 110. And for the physical demand, he must be active, so the point will be 50. And the responsibility should be also high, and the job condition, working condition, he must get the proper office and the room, so the point will be 50. But for the salesman or for the working sales boy in the office will get the first degree, because even for the medium knowledge or the education, like the escape for diploma or for the school level, can also get employed in the office for the sales boy, and the point will be 14, 22, 14. Even the physical demand is okay, like the second degree you can provide. For the responsibility, 10. Working condition, he had to just serve the other employees in the office, so we can provide the 20 point. Is this diagram clear to you? So how will you give the point to the CA, charter accountant? How much skill, how much effort, how many points for the responsibility, how many points for the job condition will you provide for the charter accountant in an office? How many points will you give? Let's have a discussion on this part. Hello everyone. Hello,
Hai
hello.
semuanya.
Halo.
Halo.
Halo, Mister.
How many points will you give for the charter accountant in an organization? Whether you will give the first degree or the second degree or the third degree or the fifth degree.
Ada yang bisa mencoba menjelaskan? Pankaj, you can also write the question on the chat box.
Oh yeah.
Jadi teman-teman kalau misalkan malu untuk menjawab langsung, bisa tulis jawabannya di kolom chat.
Like I'm asking the question, how many points will you give for the chartered accountant according to this table?
Kalau misalkan untuk accounting, kira-kira berdasarkan tabel ini, itu masuknya ke yang first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree, atau yang fifth degree. Olivia, menurut Olivia masuk yang mana kriterianya kalau untuk accounting?
Bentar, Miss.
Oke.
Saya kurang paham, Miss. Soalnya saya tadi keluar, baru masuk lagi nih.
Oh, oke. Yang lain?
Okay, I will explain again ya.
Oke,
For
diperhatikan
example,
ya.
Iya.
For example, this degree is classified according to low to the high. That is, the first degree is for the position low, second degree little bit high, third degree average, fourth degree high, and the fifth degree is the highest. And they are categorized according to the skill, efforts, responsibility, and job condition. So in an hospital, if we hire the doctor, so what will be the qualification, low or high?
Jadi
What
kalau
will
untuk accounting, apakah masuk ke yang paling tinggi yang di fifth degree atau yang di first degree?
First degree.
Kenapa? Bisa ditambahkan?
How will you give the first degree? First degree is for the low education. Like we are just going low to the high.
Ya, karena yang terendah itu yang first degree, yang tertinggi di fifth degree. Olivia, kenapa tadi pilihnya yang first degree? Sedangkan accounting itu sangat dibutuhkan di dalam sebuah perusahaan.
Berarti saya salah, Miss.
Let's have an open discussion again.
Oke, sekarang kita open diskusi.
First degree is for the low, like the low to the high. Like the low, after that the little bit high, medium, at the high, and the highest. Low, high, highest. So for the skill, like the education, if we are hiring the doctor in an hospital, how many points will you give for the doctor? Whether you will give the 14, 28, 42, 56, or 70. How many points will you give for the doctor in an hospital? Whether you will position, whether you will classify to the low or to the high or highest. Still not clear.
Apakah jelas pertanyaannya?
Jelas.
Oke, Desi ingin mencoba menambahkan atau punya pendapat lain? Kalau untuk
Kalau
dokter
untuk-
itu masuknya ke posisi yang low, middle, atau yang paling tinggi untuk point ratingnya.
Kalau menurut saya itu yang paling tinggi, Miss, karena kan kalau misalnya dokter itu ketika dia sekolah saja itu udah apa ya, banyak prakteknya, terus risk, high risk, terlalu riskan pekerjaannya. Jadi masalah kesehatan manusia segala macam kalau misalnya nggak ditaruh di tempat tertinggi itu tidak sesuai dengan apa yang sudah mereka pelajarin ketika kuliah gitu. Kalau menurut saya di 4th degree sih lebihnya, bukan di 5th.
Berapa poinnya?
Di 4th degree poinnya berapa? 40. Oke, untuk skillnya kita bisa bilang berapa? 56?
56 itu yang tertinggi ya, Miss ya?
Iya. Di skill kan ada berdasarkan education, experience, sama initiative and ingenuity. Terus tuh ada effort-nya, selanjutnya ada responsibility. Jadi baca tabelnya ke bawah. Terus ada job condition.
What will be the responsibility of the doctor in the hospital? Low or high?
High.
High in the 4th degree.
So how many points will you give?
20.
20, okay.
Yeah,
How about
20.
the skills? How about the working condition? Whether the doctor should get the appropriate room or not?
35.
Apakah dokter itu perlu punya ruangan khusus? Itu yang di job condition, poin A-nya ada yang di bawahnya ada working condition. Jadi untuk working condition-nya, apakah perlu seorang dokter punya ruangan sendiri atau tidak? Berdasarkan job condition-nya.
Iya.
And let's have another example. How about the parking people? How about the parking people in an organization? How many points will you give for the education, for the efforts, responsibility, and job condition? The people working in the parking area, who is taking care of the bikes, vehicles?
Oke, sekarang pertanyaan lainnya yaitu bagaimana dengan petugas parkir?
What will be the education, low or high?
Bagaimana untuk skill education-nya?
Low. So how many points will you give?
Berapa poin yang kita berikan?
10 in 1st degree.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the responsibility? Bagaimana responsibility?
In a high.
And tanggung jawabnya?
Besar.
Oke. So berapa angkanya? 25. 20.
25. Yeah. 20.
25. 20. Okay. So middle.
Yeah, middle.
So you got the point.
Sekarang,
so you got the point, yeah.
Yeah.
Sekarang sudah paham. Okay.
Yeah. Once you calculate all the points for the the skill you give to the doctor, like the 56, 88, 56, 40, 20, 20, 20, you calculate all the points.
Okay.
After you calculate all the points, then you calculate the salary. Based on the point, you can give the salary to the doctor. Based on that point, you can decide how much salary you can give to the doctor.
Okay.
For example, someone who received the 0.1, like the 4.1, you give 100. So you may make the total calculation, you just multiply by 100, and that will be the salary for the doctor. I'm just giving you the example. This is not the exact.
Okay.
For the 0.1, 100, 4.2, something like the 4.1, 100, and the total sum is like the 200. So you can multiply by 200 into 100, there will be 20,000. 20 1000. So this is just the idea about how the point rating method is done in an organization. Because it is the quantitative method, we are analyzing the number. So we must understand about the number, how the point rating method is done. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Let's have one more example. What we can say. For the teacher in secondary level or diploma teacher, how many points will you provide? Based on the skill, efforts, responsibility, job condition. For diploma teacher, lecturer teaching the diploma student, how many points will you provide? Based on this data. Your sound is not coming. Please unmute it. How many points for the diploma teacher?
Yang lain boleh selain Desi, sangat boleh mengeluarkan pendapatnya. Bagaimana untuk seorang guru berapa masuk ke yang level yang mana? Yang first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree, fifth degree. Saya boleh panggil. Saya ingin dengar pendapat dari Zonaldi Zamba. Apakah Zonaldi Zamba di sini? Or Pankaj, you can point one name.
Just I'm coming, ya.
Okay. Halo semuanya. Apakah saya bisa mendengar suaranya?
Bisa, Bu. Bisa, Bu.
Bisa, Bu.
Bisa, Bu.
Oke,
Halo,
kalau
Bu.
begitu ada yang bisa menjawab. Saya ingin yang laki-lakinya dari Irfan. Mungkin Irfan bisa menjelaskan.
Maaf, Bu, baru join, Bu. Tadi keluar bentar, Bu.
Selain Irfan, tapi Irfan sudah bisa menangkap kan tadi penyampaiannya tentang apa materinya? Anissa Andini.
Iya, Miss.
Apakah kamu punya pendapat mengenai tadi, pertanyaan tadi, bisa menjawab?
Yang guru itu ya, Miss?
Iya, betul.
Nah, kalau menurut saya guru itu penting. Jadi poinnya di fourth degree, Miss. Fourth degree.
Di yang 4, oke.
Ya.
Kalau untuk skill education-nya berapa nilainya?
Skill education-nya 88.
Oke.
56.
56, oke.
Ya.
Kalau untuk responsibility-nya berapa nilainya?
20.
20.
Ya.
40 degree. 4 degree ya?
Yeah. Then how about the job condition?
Working condition.
Working condition.
Nilainya ya, Miss?
Kalau untuk yang job condition-nya, yang working condition yang poin 4, yang untuk karakteristik di nomor 4, itu ada job condition. Di dalam job condition terbagi menjadi 2, ada working condition, ada unavoidable hazard. So, kalau untuk working condition-nya berapa nilainya?
Working
Skornya.
condition-nya 40.
40. Oke.
Ya.
How about the unavoidable hazard?
Bagaimana dengan unavoidable hazard? Apakah mengerti maksudnya di sini apa?
Kenapa, Miss?
Apakah mengerti yang untuk nomor 4, yang job condition, yang untuk yang poin B-nya, apakah mengerti maksudnya?
Maksudnya avoidable hazard itu apa ya, Miss? Yang B.
Pankaj, could you please explain more about the unavoidable hazard?
Unavoidable hazard is similar to the dangerous, difficult situation.
Difficult situation.
Like the hazards which cannot be avoided.
In bahasa means
unavoidable hazard.
Halo Anissa.
Iya, Miss.
Sudah mengerti maksudnya? Jadi unavoidable hazard itu Pankaj, could you please explain in bahasa?
I'm just using the Google Translate ya. I'm on the
Oke, nanti saya akan coba menjelaskan ulang. Kalau misalkan Mr. Pankajnya juga bisa menggunakan Google Translate, kalian juga nggak apa-apa. Nanti kalau misalnya ada yang salah, kita bisa, maksudnya grammarnya atau kata-katanya terbalik-balik tidak apa-apa. Tapi nanti kita akan luruskan. Kita akan koreksi bersama.
Bahaya yang
tidak terduga, tidak bisa dihindari.
Iya.
Iya. Jadi misalkan contohnya, Pankaj, kamu bisa koreksi saya jika salah. Jadi untuk unavoidable hazard ini, di mana satu kondisi yang pekerjaan itu bisa menyebabkan put you in the dangerous things, right? Like how to say it in bahasa Indonesia?
Oh, just we can avoid this one better. Unavoidable hazard we can just avoid. Just the working condition.
Yeah.
Better we can avoid this one. So there will be no problem. Berangkat ini ya, berangkat di point ya unavoidable hazard.
Okay, I will try to explain in bahasa. Intinya adalah sesuatu hal yang tidak bisa dihindari oleh sang pekerja. Pankaj, could you please give the example about the condition of unavoidable hazard?
Example like the noise pollution, radiation from the sun. Air pollution are like the unavoidable hazard.
Okay.
Air pollution, noise pollution, solar radiation.
Oke, misalnya contohnya, misalnya seorang dokter ditempatkan di misalkan daerah perbatasan yang kondisinya misalkan tidak baik, tempatnya, lingkungannya misalnya kering, berdebu, susah untuk dijangkau. Untuk menuju tempat tersebut misalnya harus melewati sungai, lewati jembatan seperti itu. Nah, itu yang masuk ke contoh untuk yang unavoidable hazard. Apakah paham sekarang, Anissa?
Iya, paham, Miss.
Like we can avoid the unavoidable hazard in the way like we can reduce the noise at the working place. We can try to reduce the environmental stress, conduct the regular checkups. identify the risk at your place. These are the unavoidable hazards. We can reduce it. Like
So what
if
I
the
explained, is it is it
benar.
Okay.
So have you understand about the point rating method, everyone?
Apakah sekarang semuanya paham tentang pemberian rating point? Di mana karakteristiknya ada 4, ada skill, ada effort, ada responsibility, dan juga ada job condition.
Miss mau nanya.
Iya, boleh.
Berarti apa sih namanya skill skor nilai yang tergantung dari skill profesinya itu menentukan gajinya ya, Miss ya? Salary-nya.
Iya, betul tadi. Betul tadi yang diberikan contoh sebelumnya dikalikan, misal itu bukan realnya, tetapi jumlah skornya dikalikan 100, itulah nanti untuk salary-nya. Is it right? Is it correct?
You're right.
Like that, Pankaj?
Like after you give the point to the skill, you give the point 70, 110, 70. Suppose we are just giving the 50 degree for the doctor, and at last you calculate all the points in the 50 degree, make a calculation, and multiply by 100. And that will be the salary for the particular job position. This is not the real. We are just assuming.
Jadi metodenya begitu, dijumlahkan semua dari misalnya skill untuk education-nya berapa, experience-nya berapa, ditotalkan, lalu dikalikan 100, dan itulah nanti untuk penentuan salary-nya atau gaji dari karyawan tersebut. Seperti itu. Apakah jelas, Anissa?
Iya, jelas, Miss.
Oke, terima kasih. Selain Anissa, ada lagi yang mau ditanyakan? Ada lagi yang mau bertanya maksudnya? Ada Lydia Arnida. Apakah Lydia ada pertanyaan? Oh, halo Nurul, ingin bertanya? Apakah ada pertanyaan, Nurul?
Maaf, Bu, boleh bertanya?
Iya, boleh, Afrian. Silahkan.
Jadi, ini yang pemberian poin-poinnya ini didasarkan atas apa ya, Bu, ya? Terima kasih.
Pemberian poin, bisa diulangin maksudnya?
Jadi kan ini ada di first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree, sampai fifth degree itu kan ada 14, 28, 42, 56, dan 70. Nah, itu didasarkan atas apa ya, Bu, ya?
Okay. Pankaj, the question, we put here like first degree, second degree, third degree, fourth degree, and fifth degree. So based on we got the point, like, okay, first degree we put number 14, second degree 28. This is based on what? I think that's the question.
This is just the assumption. Like for the secondary student, we can just give the education 14. For the intermediate student 28, for the S1 42, S2 56, S3 70. This is just the assumption. And this point depends on the organization. We are just making the assumptions right now. This is not the fixed point assigned to each factor.
Halo Aprian. Jadi ini adalah contoh untuk pemberian nilai dari contoh saja. Tetapi semuanya nanti tergantung dari perusahaan. Biasanya perusahaan mereka punya rating point sendiri-sendiri seperti itu. Tapi metode penghitungannya seperti yang sebelumnya tadi kita jelaskan.
Ya Bu, terima kasih, saya sudah paham.
Oke, terima
Sama-sama ya.
kasih. Sama-sama. Ada lagi?
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you so much for your help and support.
You're welcome.
Terima kasih.
Ada lagi? By the way, kalian jangan leave dulu karena saya belum bagikan link absensinya. Jika tidak ada pertanyaan, kita akan pindah ke slide berikutnya. Halo Arini. Ingin menyampaikan sesuatu? Oke. So Pankaj, there is no question anymore.
So that was the last of the presentation. Let's have a question and answer session.
Okay.
Hello everyone. Do you have any question from this topic, compensation distribution, from any part of the
Hai
slide?
semuanya.
Halo semuanya.
Pankaj. Halo semuanya yang masih ada di sini. Kalian bisa hidupkan kameranya. Oke. Apakah ada pertanyaan mengenai materi hari ini?
Halo semuanya, ada pertanyaan?
Let's play the game. Pankaj, point one name. Tanya apakah mereka sudah paham?
Mana-mana slide atau paham atau tidak paham?
Adakah yang di slide yang tadi yang dijelaskan dari 20 slide, di slide manakah kalian teman-teman yang masih kurang paham atau harus dijelaskan lebih detail lagi? Ini pada diem kenapa? Takut ya? Padahal saya sangat ingin mendengar suaranya loh.
Or shall I ask one question? Saya mau tanya satu questionnya.
Oke, boleh Pankaj. Kamu mau bertanya kepada siapa?
I'm Daisy, so active in our classroom.
Oh,
Daisy Gayatri.
you want to ask to... Okay, Daisy.
Daisy, are you ready?
Daisy, pertanyaan untuk kamu.
For example, working in an organization, you have a fixed salary in an organization, your education, skill, and experience. After a month or 2 months, you receive the bonus, but your friend received the award from that company. So according to you, which one is more effective? Either the bonus or the award? Which one will you consider is more important for you? Whether you want the cash or the certificate or the award?
I think for me, I like to receive a certificate because I could use it for the for the next level. I mean,
Why not the cash? Kenapa uang? Kenapa tidak uang?
Kenapa tidak uang?
I don't know.
Even
I
the
prefer
cash will
certificate.
help. Yeah, even
Okay.
sometimes even the cash will help you in the emergency needs. You can buy the shop, you can do the shopping, you can do the party with the cash. But for the certificate, you can do nothing. So how?
I think it's depend on my condition, in my situation. If my condition is so difficult for money, I need that money. But if I want to upgrade my skill level or my no, it's not skill. In a higher level, if I want to go in higher
Upgrade.
level, I need the certificate. Yeah.
Promotion. For the promotion, you require the
Yeah,
certificate.
for the promotion, I need the certificate,
Oh.
not the money. Nothing.
That's great information from you. Thank you. Terima
Thanks.
kasih.
Sama-sama.
How about the next one? Next, anyone who wants to share on this idea?
Yang lain ya, teman-teman yang lain selain Desi, ada yang punya pendapat lain? Aprian, mungkin Aprian ada pendapat lain?
Tidak, Bu.
Aprian, jika kamu diberikan, jika perusahaan kasih kamu dua pilihan, pertama mereka kasih kompensasinya dalam bentuk uang cash, dan yang satunya dalam bentuk word atau apresiasi. Yang mana yang akan kamu pilih? Misalkan apresiasi yang satunya kamu dikirim untuk studi banding, misalkan 2 minggu ke perusahaan lain untuk untuk menambah kemampuan kamu atau skill kamu.
Oh.
Yang mana yang akan kamu ambil?
Apresiasi, Miss.
Training.
Iya, Miss.
Training dari oke. Kenapa?
Karena itu kan untuk kita peningkatan kemampuan kita itu kan efeknya jangka panjang, Miss.
Oke, terima kasih. Jadi kalau menurut Aprian, Aprian akan memilih apresiasi dalam bentuk training daripada cash. Seperti itu ya.
How about the next student? Let's be active. This is the morning time.
Ya, masih pukul 11. Masih pagi.
Selamat pagi semuanya.
Selamat pagi.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello.
Selamat pagi.
Halo.
Yang lainnya tidak
from
tidur
other
kan?
people.
Tidak, Miss.
Everyone is sleeping. Let's wake up.
Ini kita berdiskusi saja mengenai materi yang sudah kita bahas, jadi tidak perlu takut, tegang. Kita diskusi santai aja, karena tujuannya adalah teman-teman memahami materi yang disampaikan pada hari ini.
Let's wake up. Morning time. Let's have a coffee. Or do you want the coffee break?
Boleh teman-teman. Ya, sambil minum kopi, tidak apa-apa. Ini ada Ketut Karlina. Ketut Karlina.
Do you want the coffee break? Face your mind so that you can ask me the question.
Tadi Pankaj yang kasih pertanyaan. Sekarang kalian apakah ada pertanyaan kepada Pankaj? Halo? Halo? Ada Suci. Suci, ada pertanyaan?
Tidak ada, Bu.
Oke. Saya harap semuanya mendapatkan poin-poin yang kita sampaikan pada sesi hari ini. Jangan lupa untuk absennya diisi ya. Oke, saya akan share tadi. Jangan lupa diisi absennya. Sambil menunggu pertanyaan, apakah bisa menghidupkan kameranya untuk kita foto bersama? Halo, apakah kita bisa foto bersama?
Ayo foto bersama aja. Foto bersama aja.
Ayo Nas.
Ya.
Ayo.
Bisa hidup, Pankaj, could you stop share screen?
Ya.
Oh iya.
Udah nggak ada materi lagi. Dia mau foto dulu.
Ayo foto bersama.
Oke.
Mau foto
apa?
Internet ya, share screen ini. FT. Yang mana sih nih?
Iya. Internetnya mati.
Nggak ada sih. Mana? Gua kan di HP ini di ini.
Ayo foto bersama aja.
Oh.
Pindahin ke Word. Mana Word dulu? Mana Word? Ini Word. Mana Word dulu tuh? Buka dulu. Mana Word dulu? Mana?
Oh, nanti aja kamu nggak?
Enggak, gue pindahin langsung dipaste loh.
Oh, ntar ya. Word. Mana sih? Mana juri?
Or can I ask one more question? Saya mau tanya satu.
Lihat di dokumen.
Sorry, mohon maaf, ternyata koneksi saya putus.
Tidak apa-apa, saya beli.
Oke, baiklah kita foto bersama.
Berapa yang lihat?
One more question.
Word aja.
Yes, Pankaj.
I still remember one more question. Question to everyone.
Okay.
Iya.
What is the question?
Question is such as, how will you provide the compensation to the disabled people, disability people or handicapped people?
Ada gue tahu.
Okay.
How will you provide compensation or the salary to the handicapped people?
Oke. Teman-teman, ada satu pertanyaan lagi dari Pankaj untuk kalian semua. Bagaimana memberikan kompensasi kepada pekerja yang sudah meninggal atau kepada pekerja yang memiliki kekurangan fisik?
Ya. Nanti gue pencet ini.
Udah, kan tadi gimana?
Oh, udah lo pencet.
Apakah ada yang bisa jawab? Sebelum kita tutup sesi ini, ada satu pertanyaan dari Pankaj. Bagaimana kalian menentukan kompensasi untuk karyawan yang sudah meninggal dan kepada karyawan yang memiliki disability atau kekurangan fisik? Ada yang bisa jawab? Oke. Oke, Hana, silakan.
Kalau menurut saya memberi kompensasi kepada karyawan yang sudah meninggal atau yang berkebutuhan khusus itu bisa menggunakan uang saja.
Hana, explain. Gimana Hana? Boleh?
Karena itu bisa untuk keluarganya kan. Jadi untuk kelangsungan hidup keluarganya ke depannya. Menurut saya asik.
Oke. Ada yang punya pendapat lain selain yang disampaikan Hana? Ada yang mau mencoba?
Just share your views. There is no exact answer for this question.
Ya, semua orang boleh punya pendapat yang berbeda. Ada yang ingin menambahkan? So, Pankaj, from Hana, she will choose to give money or cash to the handicapped employee, and also for the debt, because she said it's the money is more. The family might need money for living.
No, actually, the question is how she will decide the compensation. How? Bagaimana? Yeah, we can give the money for the handicapped people. It is true, but how she will decide the compensation? How much money she will give for the handicapped people?
Okay, got it. Hana, jadi pertanyaannya bagaimana memutuskan bahwa oh dia harus dikasih uang dengan misalkan jumlahnya sekian. Oh jumlahnya sekian. Bagaimana memutuskan pemberian uang tersebut?
Mungkin sesuai dengan skill dia ya Bu, yang tadi ada poin-poinnya kan, gimana dia skillnya tinggi atau tidak sesuai level-levelnya. Tadi kan ada yang first sampai ke 5 gitu.
Oke.
Yang ke 1.
This time she got the point, skill, level, rank. Terima kasih Hana.
Terima kasih Hana. Jadi kita bisa atau ada yang mau menambahkan yang lainnya selain Hana? Oke. Kalau begitu mari kita hidupkan kameranya lalu kita foto bersama. Saya hitung 1 sampai 3 ya. Silahkan hidupkan kameranya.
Ayo foto bersama.
Rapihkan rambutnya. Oke, kita akan foto bersama dalam hitungan 1. Oh, masih ada yang mau menghidupkan kamera. Oke. 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi. Oke. Sekali lagi ya. Oke, wait. Sekali lagi. Karena ada 2 slide. Oke, wait. One more. Sekali lagi. Silahkan pasang senyum yang paling manis. Kita foto bersama. Oke, 1, 2, 3. Terima kasih. Jadi teman-teman kalau ada yang juga mau bertanya langsung kepada Mr. Pankajnya, bisa tanya lewat email, right? Pankaj, they can asking you through your email.